My dear students, today I want to discuss about direction cosines of a vector. What is direction cosines of a vector? Now see, OP represents a vector A and OX, x-axis, OY, y-axis and OZ is z-axis in a space. And this vector OP makes an angle of alpha with x-axis, makes an angle of beta with y-axis, and makes an angles of gamma with z-axis. प्रिय विद्यार्थियों, इस तरह cos of the angle made by a line with positive direction of x-axis is known as cos alpha. This is cos beta and this is cos gamma. So, here we observe that let OP is equal to R, OP is equal to R, then from triangle PON, cos beta, we can observe here cos beta. Cos beta is equal to N by OP, that is Y by R. इसलिए Y is equal to R cos beta. Similarly, you can prove cos x is equal to R cos alpha, y is equal to R cos beta, and z is equal to R cos gamma. If cos alpha is equal to L, cos beta is equal to M, cos gamma is equal to N, then x is equal to L into R, y is equal to M into R, z is equal to N into R. This is known as direction cosines of a vector. Now, my dear students, also vector R is equal to xi, yj, zk. This is the component of vector R along the x-axis, y-axis and z-axis. So it will be written by x by R, L here, that is LRI, MRJ, NRK. So, if we divide it by R, then it will be vector R by R is equal to magnitude of R. Magnitude of R. We put instead of X, LR, instead of Y, MR, instead of Z, NR, and divide both sides by R, then what do you observe? In left side, it is unit vector. Vector R by its magnitude, if you divide, we get unit vector Li, Mj, Nk. Hence, the direction cosines of R are the coefficient of I, J and K in the rectangular resolution of unit vector R. Now, unit vector R is Li, Mj, Nk. And L is equal to x by Ri, M is equal to y by Rj, N is equal to z by Rk, and x by R is equal to cos alpha, y by R is equal to cos beta, and z by R is equal to cos gamma, where R is equal to magnitude of vector R. Now, sum of the square of direction cosines of a vector is unity. We have to prove. Now we know that vector R is equal to xi plus yj plus zk. And we know that R square is equal to x square plus y square plus z square. We know the distance of a point from origin is x square plus y square plus z square, where OP R is the distance from origin to that point. So now, if we divide both sides by R square, then it will be 1 is equal to x square by R square, y square by R square, z square by R square. This implies 1 is equal to cos square alpha, cos square beta, cos square gamma. This implies 1 is equal to L square plus M square plus N square. This implies L square plus M square plus N square is equal to 1. Now, my dear students, in this way, we can prove that the sum of square of direction cosine is equal to 1. Now, the unit vectors I J and K. Now you see here OX is x-axis, OY is y-axis, and OZ is z-axis, and OP is a line. OP is a line, and P is the coordinate of the point in space x, y, z. Then unit vectors along x, y, and z axis are denoted by I, J, and K respectively. Thus, I, J, and K are unit vectors along OXY, OY, and OZ respectively. So, OA is equal to, suppose, x unit, and unit vector in this direction is I cap. So, here OA is equal to xi. Similarly, OB is equal to yi, and OC is equal to zk. So, my dear student, now OP can be written as, see here, OP can be written as OM plus MB by triangle law. OP can be written as OM plus MB by triangle law we have just discussed. Now, OM is equal to how much? OM is equal to OA plus AB. OM is also a triangle. So, OM is equal to how much? Here, OM can be written as OA plus OB. OA plus OM can be written as OA plus OB. OA plus OB. So, why? OA plus AB is equal to OM, and AB is equal to OB. AB is equal to OB. That is a parallelepiped. AB is equal to AM is equal to OB. AM is equal to OB. So, OM can be written as OA plus AM, and AM is equal to OB. So, OM is equal to OA plus OB. And MP, this MP is equal to OC. So, we can write vector OP is equal to OA plus OB plus OC. And vector OP is equal to vector R. So, vector R is equal to XI plus YZ plus ZK. This is called rectangular resolution of R. This is very, very important. So, vector R can be resolved along the x-axis, along the y-axis, and along the z-axis. So, vector R is equal to x, I. X is magnitude, OA is magnitude, OB is magnitude, OZ is magnitude, OC is magnitude, OB is magnitude, and I is unit vector which is directed along x-axis. Similarly, J is unit vector which is directed along y-axis, and similarly Z is K is unit vector directed along z-axis. So, my dear student, finally we have vector R is equal to xi plus yj plus yj plus yj plus zk. Now, I want to discuss about this section formula. To find the position vector of a point which divides the joining the 2 points in a given ratio m is to n. Case first, when division is internal. Suppose P is a point and AB is a line segment, and P divides it in the ratio m is to n. Then, case first, let the position vector of A and B be vector A and vector B. OA represents vector A, OB represents vector B, and OP represents vector R, which divides, P divides AB in the ratio m is to n. So, AP is to PB is equal to m is to n. Now, we do multiplication. NAP is equal to MPB, and you write one step more. NAP is equal to MPB, and you take vectors both sides. N into vector AP is equal to M into vector PB. Now, vector AP can be written as, this is final and this is initial. Vector AB can be written as position vector of P minus position vector of A. Position vector of P minus position vector of A. Position vector of B is equal to vector R, and position vector of A is equal to vector A. So, you can write N vector R minus vector A. M and also PV. PV can be written as position vector of B minus position vector of P. Position vector of B, that is vector B. Position vector of P, that is vector R. So in this way, we get M plus N into R is equal to MB plus N vector A. So vector R is equal to M into vector B plus vector N into vector A divided by M plus N. My dear student, this is a case when a point divides a line segment in the ratio M is to N. Then how will you find the value of vector R? Vector R is what? Position vector of P, which divides the line segment in the ratio M is to N. Now, this is case second. When division is external, here AB is a line segment and P is a point which divides this line segment in the M ratio M is to N. AP is N, AP is M and PV is N. So here AP by PV is equal to M by N. NAP is equal to MPV. N vector AP is equal to M vector PV. N into AP is equal to minus M vector PV. Minus M vector PV. PV, it is not BP, PV, therefore it is minus PV. Minus vector PV. N, AP can be written as position vector of P minus position vector of A, that is vector R minus vector A, minus vector M. And PV can be written as position vector of B minus position vector of P. Position vector of B is vector B and position vector of P is vector R. So, after simplification we have vector R is equal to MB, M vector B minus N vector A divided by M minus N. जब विद्यार्थियों ये जब कोई पॉइंट एक्सटर्नली डिवाइड करे किसी लाइन सेगमेंट को तो उसके को वेक्टर के फॉर्म में कैसे लिखेंगे? नाउ इफ P इज द मिड पॉइंट ऑफ AB, then M is equal to N. From first, the position vector of P is given by vector R is equal to M into vector B plus M into vector A divided by N into vector A. So, M plus N and M is equal to N, M is equal to N, therefore vector B plus vector A by 2. So, in this way, vector A plus vector B by 2. Thus, position vector of middle point of AB is position vector of A plus position vector of B divided by 2. Position vector of middle point of AB is position vector of A plus position vector of B divided by 2. Position vector of A is A, vector A. Position vector of B is vector B. So, midpoint of this line segment is vector AB plus vector B by 2. Position vector of middle point. So, in this way, we can find the position vector of point which divide the line segment in the ratio M is to N externally and internally. Now, position vector of any point in space, suppose x, y, z are the axes, x-axis, y-axis and z-axis respectively, and P is a point in space, then OP is equal to xi plus yj plus zk, where I cap, j cap, k cap are the unit vector along x-axis, y-axis and z-axis. My dear student, OP is equal to OL plus LP. Vector OP is equal to OL plus LP. It is clear. This is initial, final, and this is initial point for the vector OL, and this is terminal point, but it is also initial point vector OP. So now vector OP is equal to OL plus LP. कहाँ से? By triangle law of addition. So now OL can be also written as OM plus ML. OM plus ML. ML is equal to ON. ON is equal to Y. So now vector OM plus vector ON plus vector LP. OM is equal to XI and ON is equal to YZ and LP is equal to ZK. Therefore, magnitude of vector OP is equal to OP OL square plus LP square. OL square plus LP square. And OL square is equal to OM square plus ML square. That is x square plus y square. So, my dear student, magnitude of vector OP is equal to OP is equal to x square plus y square plus z square. Unit vector along OP is equal to vector OP divided by its magnitude. So, x by root over x square plus y square z square I plus y by root over x square y square plus z square j plus z by root over x square y square plus z square by k is equal to Li plus mj plus nk, where L is equal to x by root over x square plus y square plus z square. M is equal to y by root over x square plus y square plus z square. N is equal to z by root over x square plus y square plus z square. And this is known as direction cosines in term of x, y, z. What is x? X is the magnitude of vector along x-axis. Y is magnitude of vector along y-axis. And z is magnitude of vector along z-axis. And if you divide it by the distance r, that is root over x square plus y square plus z square, it will give you the direction cosines. That is cos alpha, that is cos beta and cos gamma. So my dear students, very important question will be asked from this concept. So today I only discuss on the concept by taking help of which you would solve the problem of exercise of NCERT and other book also. Thank you very much.